Welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today we're cracking open a new bottle of Larceny B523. Now we're coming to the table late with this one. This, for some reason, we've been searching long and hard for this thing. Well, because it's already June.
I understand, but it's the first I even seen it.
This is the first one we even seen it. To bring to that thing, this is the most we paid for any Larceny either.
Yes, that was been brought up.
But no, it's just, again, because we got scared we weren't going to be able to find it. You know what I mean?
Now we'll see 5 of them at a regular price.
Right, but it wasn't that outrageous after the discount anyway. So this one comes in at a 124.4 proof. We got it for $72.99. I believe MSRP is still right around $60. Company is Heaven Hill, same as the distillery. This one ripped wrong. They're averaged to be about 6 to 8 years in length. The mash bill on this is 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley. And for those of you that are new and not sure, B is the second. They do an A, B, and C release. 5 is the month, which it comes out in May, and the last 2 digits, which happens to be 23, it's year 2023. So if it was 5/19, it would be May of 2019. So for those, so it makes it easy to read. I do like the way they do that on Larceny and Elijah. Both describe.
Does that one have the letter? Oh, it's so scribbly you can't read it. I know it says 523. I didn't know if it said B.
It does, yeah. It almost looks like an 8 the way they wrote it. You know what I mean? Because they write it like they actually wrote it. So we'll see how our review of this is. Again, we just cracked it, so there is no chance for it to open up any.
Nope. Only been bouncing in the truck for an hour and a half.
Right. But let's see. My dog licked my nose like before this started. Now it's all itchy. I'm like, who does that to somebody? Ooh, nice nose right off the bat, though. Gotta get it in here.
It is. It's a sweetness of a nose.
I agree with that. It's not like a thick, rich, dark.
Not yet.
It's almost got a fruity aspect of it.
It's got a good little.
I was going to say it's 100. I told myself
I was not expecting that. I'm looking right at it.
I was going to pregame a little bit, and usually because starting off at 124 proof sometimes punches you right in the face. But
it did wake you up. I was staring right at it too, like a dope. But
I took a little baby sip on that one. Oh, there's some hang time with it though. Now let me on that first sip, I think I did get a little bit of a light bright fruit.
And on the sip,
like as soon as it hit my tongue. Let me try it again.
It does. If you swish it a little, it does definitely hold on. It's. I'm not disappointed.
There's 3 seconds of me having to edit that out. I just went into Never Never Land there for a second.
I was wondering what you were doing.
You know what I did was because when you put it right, as soon as you put it in your mouth, there was like a sweetness, almost like like the brown sugar, or it almost tasted like regular sugar sweetness on the front end. As soon as it hits my tongue, and it's still there, like it's still sitting on my tongue, and then it went into that nice caramel centerpiece in the middle. That was actually very good. This is just
it's very good.
This is opening up more and more as we go. But it was almost like I was trying to figure it out. Like it was almost like a fruity sweetness on the front. Like if you have like almost when you do like a candied apple. You know what I mean? Not so much like a candy apple on a stick, but like when you put the brown sugar with the apple, you know what I mean? Like a carameled apple. You know what I mean? Where you get that
like a sauce,
apple sauce. Well, almost, but with it had a big brown, like a sweetness in the front. Like as soon as it hit my tongue, it was almost like I put in a rock candy type sweetness. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like really.
I get a semi-fruitness though in the nose.
which I think what brought me to my candied apple flavor. You know, with the sweet apple.
Mm.
You know, that's where I like. You make a filling for a pie where you get the without the cinnamon.
Mm.
But if you put like the
There's
brown
no
sugar,
cinnamon.
like the brown sugar and the
Yeah.
apple together, that's where I was. It kind of brought me in that
The
area
nose
when I
is
first did it.
very it's got a really nice nose.
One of the better noses that we've had on a Larceny.
And it's not a killer batter nose. It's just got like a very like fruitiness. It's got a nice nose.
Right.
I just can't pick it out.
No,
It's got a really good taste.
No. I was going to say that this is definitely one of the because sometimes I always in my head. Well, we did a Sunday Fun Day that I'm not sure if it'll be out. I'm going to end up bumping the video to probably put this one out early because again, been trying to get these, but they haven't came to Massachusetts until like today.
And they keep saying the same. Well, so 2 days ago, I was at one of our bigger vendors, and the sales rep was there, and he's like, "Yeah, it's not even out yet." I'm like, "No, it's out because they're doing reviews." And he's like, "Well, it's not out coming here." I'm like, "Well, apparently, if you're the rep, it ain't coming here, but should be any time." I'm like, "Yeah, well, it's already out down south, or wherever, California, wherever. It's probably everywhere else but here." But
you know, I wanted to be the one that came out and said something bad about this one, but this is actually very, very good. As far as I don't remember hating the A,
no,
but I think
I don't remember the nose
seems
being
a lot more complex.
Yeah,
like it seems like it's got a bigger caramel flavor in the middle. I like that sweetness in the front where, like I said, I could almost do like an apple filling. Like that's what it reminds me of. Like there's like a brown sugar sweetness in the front of this. Like you know when you get that. And this is turning into a batter in my glass. Like it's really the nose is starting to come out.
The nose is coming up. I'm almost like more in like a fruity plum.
He's a fruity plum, all right.
I'm not disappointed. It's very good.
I mean, I could go with a plum. I don't really. It's hard to say a fruit, but I'm more like a light fruit. Usually, when I think of a plum, I'm thinking like the, like a darker fruit. Like if you're getting like a red wine or something. But I'm just thinking like to me,
there.
It's I missed my whole glass or what?
They did the same thing.
It just seems like it's a, it's just it's. There is a nice light sweetness. The one thing I like about this is because there is a complexity to this. Because when you first hit your tongue, the very front of my tongue, I get that sugary sweetness.
And after a couple sips, it's nice. Then I mean, if the initial sip did knock me off guard, even though I'm looking right at what it was.
Oh no, you're getting 124 proof.
But now it's you get. Once you get acclimated, it's not so bad.
But the one thing I will say is sometimes I find with some of the Larcenys, or what I remember of the Larcenys, is it's mostly proof that hangs it on. This one comes with a ton of flavor. So not only does it coat your mouth well, it really it coats it with a ton of flavor, not just the proof. Like this brings me to my happy place where, like although that one won't even be out if I bump videos and stuff like that, where most of the bookers, it comes with so much flavor, it doesn't drink at the proof. This one's kind of reminding me of those. You know what I mean? Yeah. Where, don't get me wrong, my very first sip was...
it does. It does stick on your tongue. Mm-hmm. It's still sparkly with no rye either, so, which is kind of different as well.
Yeah, you're not missing.
Well, obviously,
right. It's I'm not. But
it's the proof. Right. But usually the proof kind of ends up more in my throat than on my tongue, and this one kind of sticks around.
Yeah, no, I there's zero, and again, it took us forever, and we, I'm not sure when I'm going to actually put this out, but we just got it. I did the research when he was on the way over here just to be able to get something out, so we can try to get it out as soon as possible, but. For those of you that are living up in the Northeast like us, when this ever gets here, this is definitely one of the ones you don't want to miss. Because, and that was the whole thing I kept saying. Normally they come, even if it's like 6 months later, we'll eventually be able to get them. But this one just didn't seem to want to come up here.
Yeah, then it's, do you pass it up
Right.
I'm looking at 7 bottles. Do I pass it up and hope for the best,
Right.
or we grabbed it? So we grabbed it.
No, but again, it you know, it was only $12.99 over what it should be, and you know, these are hit or miss too, because
Oh,
you got to factor in the Massachusetts pricings,
Well,
because we
that-
seem to be a couple dollars more than everybody
and-
else in the
But
country anyway. So
if you dial it down with the proof, I mean, it's again,
it's
you're
still
not-
a huge
right,
bargain.
You're not right. That's where I'm going.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not. It's an 80 proof Scotch.
They say they average 6 to 8 years. This one honestly feels like more of the 8 than the 6, because there is a nice oaky finish on the end of this one too. That's the one good thing. Sometimes you know what I think of when I think of Larceny, I think of it's a good pour, but it's sometimes a little bit on a thinner side. This actually drinks like, to me, this drinks more like what I think of the Elijah's.
Yeah, and we always keep thinking the Elijah is better. But
that's what this one brings me to. Like, this is really...
This is going to be hard to pull out of a blind.
Yeah, it will be. I mean, we'll know. I'm going to have an idea. But I'm in that section.
We got a lot up there.
That's the problem. As it is right now, and that game will be coming up. It's gonna be hard, because we have a lot in there that are all in that same realm. You know, so to actually be able to
and
pick
a lot
it's
haven't
gonna be
come
crazy, right? So, well, there you go. We'll keep this one short and sweet, because we have a few. As this keeps going, this is only going to get better too. So the more this opens up, the better this is actually going to get. So, run, don't walk to your stores if you can try to get one of these. Honestly, this one is very, very good. So this is the Larceny B523, and for what I remember liking the A, but I think this one's going to crush it.
I'm thinking the nose definitely better.
I know last year the C took it. So if that's the case, I can't wait to try to see if it's going to be able to beat this one. So there you go. That being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
Subscribe.